Check it out. This video is about Candace Owens and her appearance on the Whatever podcast. More importantly, this video is about a clip where Candace Owens destroys an orange 304. Check it out.
No, I just wanted to ask you, as the man sitting at this table, are you attracted to their lifestyles? Do you think men are attracted to their lifestyles? I'm just curious about your opinion, just to hear a male.
I don't care.
So she says she doesn't care about male opinion, but the plastic surgery on her body says otherwise.
Well, that's so rude.
No,
he
but
sat
I mean,
here and asked you your opinion about everything.
No, I said, like, good thing I don't care for
But
what other male has to say about my industry, though.
Her shirt says made in hell, but based on the way she looks, it looks like she spent a lot of time in Hell's Kitchen.
But he's been asking you questions about what you think about men.
No, I'm going to listen to him.
He's been asking you questions about your life, and the first thing when I ask one question to him, you say, I don't care. I feel like
personally,
I'm very hurt.
Like,
I want to know.
Yeah, but why interrupt that? Like, when he asks you a question, what if someone said, I don't care what she says? You know, I think that's just a little rude.
I'm saying, like, because everybody's always out here. I see your faces that you're giving her and stuff like that. And I think it's funny.
I just am saying, like, I'm letting her talk, but I just wanted to hear his opinion on it. So I just, was that like a little bit of insecurity to just jump and say, I don't care? Because
Can I poach Candace from the Daily Wire?
Well, it was just a little rude.
Go ahead, Brian.
He's letting you talk so much. We've all been letting people talk with different perspectives. So I just thought it was like, suddenly he hasn't even said anything, and you've already diminished.
There was a few times where
condescending.
Okay, well, in any case,
it's okay.
I just want to hear a male voice. Like, we've been all talking about our opinions.
I'm trying to let Brian continue, and you're still talking.
Okay.
A little bit of insecurity coming out over there. I'm not sure where it's coming from, but go on.
Whoa.
Go ahead, Brian.
Oh, do I have your permission? Is it okay? Is it okay?
Okay, Brian, it's your show.
So, sorry, can you just repeat the question one more time?
Yeah, I was just saying, like, it's interesting because we're all women and we're giving different perspectives and the female perspective on this topic. When you hear what she just said about sex work and how she feels about sex work, or you hear what she's saying, or you hear what she's saying, what is your honest opinion as a man? Because what we're trying to get to, I think, the nucleus of is, you know, high value women, high value men, what creates that, how men respond to that, and we have the opportunity to hear a man. I don't know.
I mean, I personally would not date a woman who is involved in sex work.
And you've heard it from the host, Brian, of the podcast, where he says he personally wouldn't date a woman who's involved in 304 work, but I'm sure he's been smashing a couple of them who came straight from the podcast. And you know, the most ironic part is the woman in orange who says she doesn't care about male opinion, more specifically male opinion about her 304 industry, whether it's maybe in OnlyFans or whatever. I bet you most of her fans, the people that pay to see her content, are probably guys. In fact, it is male opinion that's driving a lot of decision-making process for a lot of these OnlyFans 304s. For example, we got something, have y'all ever heard of it? It's called a tip menu. Yeah, it's like for the most common requests, like if you want a particular picture, you got to pay this. Like any menu in a restaurant, except you're not getting food, you're getting some type of content, or maybe you want a particular video, you got to pay this much. And I guarantee you that tip menu is influenced probably by the most common requests that guys have from these OnlyFans people, because let's face it, it's mostly dudes paying for OnlyFans services. So if your customer base is mostly guys, then their opinion, because they are paying customers, is going to have an influence on your business. Like, this is one particular 304. I think she posted a video on YouTube where she explained that she did her typical OnlyFans thing where she posted a picture a day. And what happened was she had a crazy fan who said, hey, I like your photos, but I want something special. Obviously, if you're going to ask for something custom, you're going to have to pay custom prices. This particular fan asked that individual, the 304, saying, I'll give you $1,000 if you stick a plastic toy car inside of you, film it, and send the video back to me. If you're telling me it's $1,000 for a video of a plastic toy car inside of you, does that mean it's going to be $5,000 if it's a Ferrari plastic toy car inside of you? Or forget the toy car, let's move on to a toy train. So if you stick a toy train inside of you, because everybody knows the cost of a train, if you buy a real train, not a train ticket, is going to be a lot higher than a car. Does that mean it's going to be $10,000? And speaking of trains, that's what a lot of 304s may have been a part of. Choo choo. And I really want to know, people in these 304 industries, whether it's on OnlyFans or maybe they work at a strip club, they make a lot of money, but it seems like they keep going back to the industry. They don't really seem to make good financial decisions, right? Like they always seem to be able to buy the latest luxury goods, but then live in a crappy apartment. Like, what's up with that? Like, how is it you are able to get something very expensive in terms of clothing, or maybe you got a nice purse, yet your place seems super messy, you're living in a trash place, things don't make sense. Based on the type of money you're making, you should be raking in the dough long term, not just as a one-time thing. Plus, I'll be honest, if I were Brian, the main host of the Whatever podcast, I'm going to have to start demanding a percentage from the OnlyFans income. No cap. We know that the Whatever podcast, he said that a lot of his live streams are demonetized due to the crazy content. So he's really forced to rely on super chats. But I get it. The super chat money may not be as high because YouTube takes a huge cut. So if I were Brian, you got to start pimping for real. Any OnlyFans person who comes up to the Whatever podcast on a regular basis, or you want to come the next time, because I understand if you come the first time, it's not as good when you come the second time. So if you are a repeat if you're a repeat guest on the Whatever podcast, we're going to have to get a cut of the OnlyFans percentage. Yes, just like nightclub promoters, right? Nightclubs may like it if certain nightclub promoters bring in a large amount of women into the establishment. In exchange, they might let the nightclub promoter get a free bottle or a little freebie, right? Something for something. So if I were Brian, start thinking creative outside the box. Start getting your pimping game on. I understand that's why people say why pimping ain't easy. Why? Because in the beginning, it's going to be very hard. But once you master the processes, once you master the organization on how to do this, between A to Z, Z to A, you're really going to rake in the dough. And that's really how the game goes, because there's going to be a lot of 304s that are coming out to do this 304 work because they're inspired by the music, the culture, and whatever. But here's the thing. They're going to soon understand there's plenty of 304s who look and act like them, but there's only one Whatever podcast. That's why you see, like, when you see pimps, the successful pimps, it's going to be one pimp with a large stable of 304s. It's not going to be that one 304 with a lot of pimps. It's always one pimp, the successful pimp, with a stable of 304s. So remember, Brian, I would think outside of the box for real. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, put a like and subscribe. Put a comment below if you got something to say about it. I'll see you all next time.